You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
With more local radio every day, we're KCAA 1050 AM, Loma Linda.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Shopping with Bev. This show brought to you by Starflight Entertainment. Music by Dr. Bombay and the Blue Machine Band. Song title, Living in Paradise. Now here's Bev.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody, and I'm glad you're here on this cold, wintry, rainy day. And, you know, just a little tip. We're always giving you little tips here in the beginning of the show. Slow up your driving. Number one, slow up your driving. And turn around and leave enough space between you and the vehicle in front of you, at least a car length or a little bit farther, like a car and a half length in front of you, because if they have to slam on their brakes with the roads being so wet, you may not be able to stop. So just, you know, slow up. Take your time. You're going to get to where you're going to get to in one piece. And if the fog comes, that means slow up even more. Do not put on your high beams because that's just going to blind you out. But, you know, we're all going to get through it. It's just in the beginning of that season. We're going to be getting snow. Hey, this weekend we're getting snow up in the mountains. Wrightwood already has snow, and we'll be talking about that. But just slow up a little bit on your vehicle. If I can do it, you can do it. And today we have really one fun show. We have Robert from Yucaipa, and he is the event chair for Winterfest. And we're going to be talking to him. And then we're going to talk to Jordan about the musical Hairspray that's going on in Riverside. And we have the one and only, the famous Grandpa Billy in the station with us, and we are going to be talking about Thanksgiving cooking and stuffing and decorating, and we are just going to have a fun time. Joey is on the board with us. Hi, Joey. How you doing?
Who's Joey?
I love bugging you with different names.
Oh, man.
Yes. His real name is Joe.
My parents call me Joey.
Okay. Well, then I wasn't.
Actually, no. You know what?
What?
They don't anymore.
They don't? Why? Because you're so tall?
Because I'm so old.
Oh. Bullpucky. Yeah, sure you are. You're really old there, Joe, you know. And then also Mia Mocha Johnson, our other famous board op, she may be calling in and joining in the fun today. And let's start with the show. I see a light flash. And Joe, who's on the line, please?
That's a good question. We have I'm here. We have Robert from the Winterfest in Yucaipa on line 12.
Okay. Hi, Robert. How you doing?
Oh, great, Bev. Thanks for having me.
You're quite welcome, and thanks for calling us. And how's the weather up there?
Oh, it's cold and pretty close to snowing.
Hey, I love that word.
That's right.
Yeah, well, I was talking to our good friends up in Wrightwood today, right before I left to come down the hill here. Yeah, down the hill to get into the station. They already have 6 inches of snow. It started snowing last night. It's continuing to snow. And in a little bit, we're going to be talking about all the lifts that are open and all the fun things that are going up there. So if anybody would like to go skiing, make sure you change on them tires and head up to Wrightwood after you hear all of the good things that we have to tell you about it. Now, Robert, let's get back and talk about the Winterfest. I'm so excited about this one.
Yes, so are we. This is a great event. It is our first year actually calling it Winterfest, although we've had a little bit of this type of activity in prior years with a holiday craft fair and also a tree lighting. This year we've moved it into our historic uptown and have obviously decorated our uptown along Yucaipa Boulevard between 2nd Street and Bryant. And it's really festive. If you have a chance, your listeners have a chance to go and check it out. It is scheduled to be on not tomorrow, but the following Saturday. It would be November 30th, and it's from p.m. until 8 p.m., and it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be holiday tree lighting.
Say that time again. You're cutting out with your phone.
I'm sorry?
What were the times again?
Hello?
Hello? You there?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Robert, what were the times again for Saturday?
Sure, yeah. It's actually from 3 p.m. until 8 p.m. And there's going to be a great Christmas, a lot of festive music, some holiday cheer, and also a tree lighting in the roundabout at California Street. It's all decorated for the season with lights and garland and trees and everything else you would expect of the holiday season. So there's a lot of fun things for the kids to do as well. There is a mailroom, a North Pole mailroom, where kids can come and write letters to Santa, and all of those letters will head up to Santa, and he will write letters back. And then there's also a Mrs. Claus's kitchen, where the kids can decorate gingerbread cookies and take those home with them. And then photos with Santa, he will be there. So if you want to get a photo with him, or you want to tell him what you're interested in for Christmas, you can come by and do that. And then for those who like a little bit more action in their events, there's going to be 30 tons of blown snow with sled rides for the kids to play on.
That is going to be so exciting. When you told me, you and Jessica, that 30 tons of snow is going to be delivered in that town, I'm going, I got to find out when it's coming in. I got to see this process of seeing that kind of snow coming in.
Yeah, it is something to see. It's really spectacular. Although if this weather keeps up, we may not have to blow any of it. It'll come in all by itself.
Ain't that the truth, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, because all of us, well, Robert and I and a lot of people in Yucaipa, our elevation is 3,500 feet. So when they say snow in the mountains, when it starts off with Big Bear and on down, and Lake Arrowhead and everything else, and pretty much for the past 3 years, we got plowed up in that area with snow, and it is fabulous. I hate to drive in it, but it is so much fun to play in.
Yeah. And to be honest, in Yucaipa, that elevation is just the right level. So for those that don't want to venture too high, stopping in Yucaipa for this event and just to have a little bit of fun is a good alternative to going all the way up the hill, or even just stopping in on your way up the hill or down.
There you go. Or stopping, going up, and then stopping, coming back down.
Yeah.
Right? That would work. And then also, Robert, you were saying that you're going to be having a craft fair over there?
Yeah, this has been going on for a few years. This is actually Small Business Day is on the 30th, and in honor of that, and also an opportunity for folks to come out and get their holiday shopping taken care of. There will be small businesses as vendors as part of the event, and you can come and buy handcrafted goods, stocking stuffers, and other gifts for any of your loved ones for the holidays.
And what a fun way to shop.
Yes, it is.
Yes. And then you're also with the shopping going on. And then now the live entertainment. Let's talk about that for a moment.
Absolutely. That one is going to be a lot of fun as well. We've been working with many of the schools in Yucaipa and in the school district to try and get kids interested in doing some caroling, and so there'll be a community caroling opportunity. Some of the kids from the schools will all take part in that. Kids from the high school, the madrigals from the high school, will also be performing on the stage in front of the roundabout. And then there'll be a local band called Allegheny Southern will be performing on the stage in the beginning of the event, and then we'll close out the event with a holiday review by the Wonderellas, which is a regional sort of a barbershop type, but all female group, and they do a great job in really bringing the spirit of the holiday season. So it'll be a lot of fun.
That sounds like, well, so much fun up there. And then when we did the Autumn Fest with you, that we had more fun up there. I'm going to tell you, it was a blast. And to let all of our listeners know, yes, we're going to be there I, myself, and some of the folks from KCAA, we're going to have a booth out there so you can come by and, say hello. And we have a little something for giveaways ourselves for that particular day. And then if you're coming to play on the sleds, is there a certain age or a certain size that you have to be to do that?
No, I'm glad you asked. There will be some age-specific slopes, so 2 of them will be for kids that are probably about 6 years old and up, and then one of the slopes will be for those that are 6 and under. Of course, we wouldn't recommend any 1-year-olds on the slope without their parents, but certainly from 1 to 6 or 2 to 6 years old is actually just perfect for the smaller slope.
Yes. That is so true. Them little ones, they get excited, but you're right. A mommy or a daddy or somebody has to be with them to help them come down that sled. Because they don't realize the speed that it's going to pick up as it's coming down. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also, I wanted to tell you, I took the time today, and I went up through the old part of town by the roundabout, and I started doing some snooping. First thing out of my mouth, I started singing Christmas carols.
Of course.
This is really, really going to be fun. Now, I wanted to ask you, like I ask you before we do any event, if the weather really turns nasty, what happens?
Well, like before, if it drizzles, we get a misty kind of afternoon, evening, we'll go ahead and move forward with the event. But, however, if it comes in a torrential downpour, we'll have to go ahead and delay it, postpone the event until another day, just for safety purposes.
Yes. And then what happens to all the snow? Do we just keep it there or what?
Well, hopefully we'll know beforehand, right, so they don't blow it, blow the snow before, the weather acts up. But, if it happens in the middle of it, so be it. We'll cross our fingers and hope for real snow in the near future.
Yes. And would you bump out your www, please?
I will, yeah. Again, if you're interested in information about the Winterfest, please visit www.yucaipa.org, or you can also call the Department of Community Services for the City of Yucaipa at 909-797-1177. Again, it's www.yucaipa.org.
And I cannot wait for this. And next week, if you have a few minutes, we're going to be doing our shopping show next week about Black Friday and everything. But if you have a moment, I would like to talk to you one more time before Saturday, and let's bump it out again.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay?
That sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And if you're on the roads, be safe out there, and I'll be talking to you during the week.
Yeah.
Right.
May I ask him something?
Yes.
Could he give the address again and the off-ramp when you're on the freeway? If you come up to 10, which off-ramp do you take that would be the closest to get to the location?
Absolutely. If you're headed eastbound on the 10, you can exit Yucaipa Boulevard and turn left, which is going to be further east, and go up about 5 miles, and it's right in the middle of the uptown Yucaipa, and you can park anywhere around the venue.
Oh, thank you.
If you come the other direction, you can exit on Yucaipa as well and head east, which would be a right turn, and do the same thing.
Right, okay.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, Grandpa. And the other thing, too, we keep on telling you all, when you get there and when you find a parking spot, grab it. Don't try to get any closer. You see the spot, grab it. And, of course, wear warm clothes. We're going to be playing in the snow and all that other good stuff. And we will get this all out. Matter of fact, it's on Facebook and Twitter already, the flyer with all this information on it. And you know how to get to that. Let's Go Shopping with Bev at the Shopping Divas. You can get all this information. And is there anything else, Grandpa, you would like to ask?
No, that was it. As long as I know how to get there, and I'm not that familiar with this area here. And if I